Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with partner and co-host James Mason. Good morning, James. How are we doing today?
Todd, good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. I like your new earmuffs you're sporting today.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with my speakers. It's aggravating.
I hate it when the IT guy doesn't keep our equipment up to date.
I know, right? All right, everybody. So Dow futures are currently up 121 points. S&P 500 is up 21 3/4 of points, and the market is coming out a little strong today, but this market is still the same, so don't let it fool you. Nothing but chop city. So let's go ahead and I got to wrap it up pretty quick today. Got a lot to do, but let's go ahead and let's talk about the ticker everybody wants to talk about.
Okay. POAI.
All right. So Predictive Oncology, ticker POAI.
Had a little news this morning.
Yes, they so we knew back at the end of last summer that they were going to release the news on how accurate their Discovery 21 program is. And then we didn't actually get the results. We got that it was, like better than 70% or something like that, or around 70%. But after so many rounds of testing and verifying, and with these pharmaceutical companies, they wanted X amount of times that they could verify this. Well, Predictive actually increased their own numbers and gave the pharmaceutical companies more than what they were requesting, which is it's good. They really wanted to prove their product here and how confident they are with it. And those results came in today, and it has an accuracy rating of 91.8%, which is absolutely phenomenal. And I say that as it just prints a big ass red candle. But this has never been done before. I
wonder if it's because it's never been done, people don't know how to react to it, which is shocking because we see biostocks announce that they're been approved for a study to start next year, and they fly.
Hell, not even approved for a study, that they just submitted an application and they'll push up. But this is a huge and significant milestone. Like, this is such a huge puzzle piece to what they're doing and what they have going forward here. So I was hoping that this would make it run. I honestly don't know why it's not running forever to whoever is probably panic selling right now with their handful of shares. It's silly, guys, but hey, if we can get you the hell out, cool. But yeah, this is huge. And it opens up the doors for everything else, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and I think another thing to talk about too, or to make note of, is with yesterday's close, we've had 5 days in a row above $1, where it's closed above $1 on the bid, and there was people worried about the delisting, and we said we're not worried about the delisting. The timing of this, and assuming that everything keeps in line, we'll be out of that delisting situation by next Wednesday. And so again, it just, like you said, opens up the doors for the next step. So I think it's great news. You definitely can't view it as bad news. It's great news, and we just wait for the big announcement.
All right. So Michael, to kind of rebuttal back to your statement about there's no money yet or revenue. Honestly, man, that's for the most part. I mean, everything is circumstantial, especially with trading. But when it comes to bio companies, especially ones who are research and development, and technically Predictive is still research and development. They officially have not commercialized yet. Now they're ready to now. but they officially haven't commercialized yet. So with R&D companies, revenue, it don't matter. They R&D companies burn money. They don't make money. So, but it is surprising that there's no volume. I will say that it is surprising. So other than that, Todd, which one did you want to speak about today?
I want to talk about Uber. The history of Uber and the fight they've had with New York City has been long and battle hard, but they signed a deal with New York City taxis to list their New York City cabs on the Uber app, which is a big deal for both companies, New York City taxi service and Uber, that they can get along. It also paves the way for future markets to move into, because New York City is considered a dominant factor with their unions and making that work. It also addresses a driver shortage for Uber. So, I mean, it's not like I'm all in on it, but I think it's great news for Uber and moving forward. And they're up almost 6% in the pre-market. So I think that's a positive news.
Yeah. I've actually never thought about this, but until now, I wonder how many taxi cabs are in New York City.
Oh, I could Google it real quick and tell you the answer, but there's an effing lot.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a ton of vehicles being added to that system, which is obviously revenue, because it's going to increase their amount of trips that they're taking, at least on the app. So huge news for Uber, and it's kind of doing its thing. Me personally, I don't like this daily chart right here. I mean, it's still overall in this downward trend, but I'm probably gonna. I don't know. I really don't have a good range right now for Uber. I mean, if I was just going to break it down by a technical analysis perspective, it would be the break above 38.55. But I mean, it still has to run a significant amount, and we're going to have some serious resistance exactly around that range. I mean, you can see the 86 EMA, and that green one is the 100 EMA. And a lot of times it will go up there, maybe go up a little bit above it, meet its resistance, and get rejected and pull back. So
this could be a portfolio play or an IRA play where their revenues increase over time, and what's going to happen is that it'll be a small play up, run up.
Yeah. Jolly Roger. Yeah, you're right. Brian Latchford, thank you for the $5 tip. Oh man,
that is kind of funny.
God, I love my life. All right. So yeah, Uber, man, I really hate that. Just from a TA perspective, my breakout point would be above 38.55, but literally current PPS is sitting right in the middle of where it closed out yesterday and my target price. And literally that breakout, like I just said, that breakout price for me is right at a strong resistance. So, man.
So, quick side note: there's a new TV show called Super Pumped, and it's about the history and how Uber got started and how they had to go about raising money in the Silicon Valley. And I don't know how accurate it is, because I don't know the backstory of Uber, but it's pretty amazing. Some of the crap that they went through and some of the things they did early on and how they survived and where they're at today.
Yeah. I mean, all the lawsuits they faced and whatnot. I mean,
yep. And they used to have the app used to collect all your data, and they used to collect all your data on where you went, who you were, and without your phone, through your phone, and Apple wouldn't put them on their app. And then they created a geofence around the headquarters of Apple, so when they looked at it, they couldn't see it was doing that, but it was still collecting data across the rest of the world. And it's pretty. It's interesting just how, like, I don't want to use the wrong word, but it's almost how dishonest they were getting started. And it was just young coders that just said, "F the world, we're going to do this," and they did it. They had a chance to buy Lyft. They had a deal in place, and at the dinner, supposedly, the CEO founder of Uber gave them a 30% offer of what they agreed upon, changed his offer, and the deal never went through it. So they could have had Lyft out of the picture in the early startup.
That would have been, in my opinion, the worst mistake possible, because they were just creating a niche. And when you have a niche that is just being born and you're the only player in there, a lot of people like to think that, oh, you have a monopoly. You don't, because you don't have an industry yet. So you need that competition in that new marketplace to get things going. I mean, other than that, like, if you don't have competition in a new industry, you'll just, I mean,
yeah. So you buy out that competitor. I mean, 30 days later, another one's going to pop up. So,
I mean, who's popped up since?
Well, no one's popped up since. I mean, that I know of.
Yeah, but they would have been a huge mistake, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Buy them out.
So anyway, I think that's good news with New York City. There we go.
Yep. So, all right, guys. I got to get to some things today, and yeah. So, Todd, do you have anything else?
No. Other than make an announcement next week, I'm going to be on vacation, so you may be flying solo next week.
All right. And before anybody thinks that the things I have to do today have to deal with predictive oncology, the answer is no. Don't even start with the rumors or the conspiracies.
What time's our secret meeting, James?
Oh man. All right, everybody. So remember, trade safe, trade smart, and we will catch y'all in the next one.
See ya.